Okay, Cameron. No better time now. Let's get this on the road. Welcome to Sports Production Services Network. I'm Kevin Bryant, coming to you from the Eagles Nest for tonight's SEC Red Conference basketball action between the 3-0 Pioneers and the 2-2 Skyline Eagles. We thank you for tuning in on this, I'd say, kind of cold Thursday evening for the opening contest between these two crosstown rivals. The crowd is filing into the house. We got about 4 minutes before the game begins. I'm here with my trusty cameraman, Cameron White, Lawrence Tech's finest. We're lucky to have him here taping tonight for us. It's just going to be the two of us tonight. Let's change over to me. Hello, how you doing? Again, I'm Kevin Bryant. Don't even know my own name because I have a little bit of echo in my headset. But we're going to figure that out because it's our first broadcast on Sports Production Services Network for you, the fans that couldn't be here tonight. We're going to start off by talking about a little bit of the teams. We'll take a look at the rosters. First, we'll take a look over at Pioneer. They're led by, I guess we can call Coach Marion the dean of Ann Arbor coaching right now. Coach Rich Marion is the head coach of the Pioneers. There's a look at him on the sideline there. And taking a look back at the roster, you know, a lot of these guys are some new names. So it's going to be a learning lesson for us tonight. I know Tyler Matunda and Nate Freiseller has been around for a while, Nelson Sopa and Reed Uhas, as well as Miles Powell. So their team is off to a good start. They blew out Bedford the other night, 70-40. Out-rebounded, and that's kind of odd. But the defense really showed up for the Pioneers. They came out and had 18 steals, and those extra possessions really led to that blowout win and a conference win for Coach Marion and his squad. Over to let's take a look at the Eagles roster. In a second. Okay, there it is. Took me a minute. We're doing a lot here. Not just announcing, but producing, as well as, I guess I call myself directing. Well, everything's new for this team from the Skyline Eagles. When you take a look at their bench, they have a new head coach, John Lamar Hamilton. You know the name. He played here years ago as well as coaching on the legendary staff of Mike Lovelace. Mike Lovelace, the only coach in the Eagles' history. He's hanging it up. Well, probably not. He's a great math teacher, so he'll be around for a while. The Eagles, though, they started off, I have them at 3-1 against the Pioneers over the last 4 games, but their record entering tonight is 2-2. They lost a tough one earlier this week against Saline, 64-54. And again, not just with the coach. If we go back to the roster, you can see some new names that we're going to have to get familiar with. There is some new names that I'm going to have to get familiar with and can't wait. We only got 15 seconds before we'll get going with the announcing of the starters, and then we'll get this shindig going on. How the Pioneers set up for the national anthem. So we'll take a break from listening to me run my mouth, and we'll listen to Old Glory. And there we have it. That'll get us going for this SEC Red matchup. First real, not even Friday nights. We can throw you off with this Thursday night game. And of course, we're going to have Nate, the man behind the mic on the house. I'm going to shut up and to listen to him announce these starters. And there we have the starters for your Eagles. Pioneers in the away dark jerseys. Eagles in the home whites. We are ready to get going in this game. You know, the last four games, two of the last four games have gone into overtime. So don't be surprised if we're sitting here in the fourth quarter biting nails. Officials get the thumbs up from the SPSN network. They're ready to go. And here's the jump ball for the Eagles. Will take possession. Moving it around the perimeter, doing some backdoor cutting, and there's a little bit of a movement on a screen. And it looks like that number was 12, I believe, on the foul. Amadi, number 10, is going to get that foul. Bringing it up for the Pioneers, the Sopa, 11. He'll get it over to, looks like that was Powell. A treat. And losing it out of bounds is the big guy, Freiseller. Eagles definitely want to make sure they get this crowd into the game because you got a good crowd here in the Eagles' nest. Off of that opening turnover for the Eagles, the Pioneers working their offense around the perimeter. There's little hands coming in on Matunda. and that foul's going to be on Collis, number 5. Getting it in and popping from the corner. That's just a little long. Freisledler, he'll take it to the left, but good defense there, stopping that drive. Sopa shot a little long, but the ball will bounce around. Freisledler with the 3, again long on the shot. So both teams feeling each other out right now. Here's a drive, kicking it around. Nobody really. That's Silkworth 0. And up on top is Rodemaker. He'll be setting a tone for the Eagles. Off of that high screen, he'll miss the roll. Almost a travel not called there. So still no scoring yet. A lot of defense and a lot of doors open possibly. That shot brings the Pioneers student section to life. Great foot movement there by Matunda. Still just didn't get the shot off. Looked like he was in between, but going between the backboard and full net. That shot by Rodemaker off. And the Pioneers coming up. Looks like they're trying to set a high screen. Ball is sticking to the left side of the court. There's inside some good defense there by 12. Braylon Brown. Brown again on the attack. Push off a little, but the step back is a bit short. 3 minutes in, and we're still 0-0. Freisledler setting his man up. Good footwork there, and he'll finally get the Pioneers on the board with that half hook shot. And now another moving screen. Looks like they're going to get number 5. That'd be his second. Callias will take a break while Solomon will come in. Ben Solomon, the junior, 5'10" guard. You see him matched up there with Sopa. Now Pioneers offense, both offenses are really kind of quiet to get going. They're trying to run set plays, and both teams' defenses are really setting up inside the box. There's Matunda forcing a shot up. Eagles playing strong defense as they work it up court. Cross-court pass. Looked like a little bit of walk there right in front of the Pioneer bench. There's a good cut inside. And again, just that Pioneer defense swarmed on Brown. He'll lose the ball out of bounds, but the ball will stay on the possession for the Eagles. Neither coach is really touching the bench so far in this very low-scoring first quarter. As I say that, John Lamar goes to his bench, and a little bit of a walk there for Silkworth. He's a big man for the Eagles. And coming in for Al-Qaidi looks like that is 25, Roebuck. Matunda's way outside. Brown putting pressure on him. There's a backdoor cut. Good pass and the in scoop with the left hand. And that'll be Micah Powell. There's a good cut. Oh, spin around, but that shot was going to be short right from the beginning. Good idea, though, by Silkworth. Sopa just going right at it. I think he's a little bit anxious right now. That ball's not going into the bucket. There's a good kick outside. And that's going to be a three-pointer. We missed that on the replay. We'll get that for you, Roebuck. Now there's going to be a foul. Looks like that's going to be on Brown. Coming in, looks like that's going to be 22 for the Pioneers, and that's Carson Strauss. He's one of their taller players. See if they try to work it inside. As I say that, there's a long off shot, and Silkworth is having a tough first quarter. Sopa comes down and drains the three. Now with 2:15 remaining. That'll be out of bounds. Turnover to the Pioneers. You see Coach Lamar really trying to calm his young team down. Only 5 seniors. Team is laden with a bunch of juniors on the squad. Sopa brings it across with 2 minutes remaining here in our first period. 7-3. Sopa just hit a 3 on the last trip down. Now he's feeling himself. A little bit long. Good rebound there by Brabeck. They'll get it up to Silkworth. Again, he's having a tough first quarter. You can hear the Pioneer student section letting them know that. Brown off with the lefty. Under 90 seconds now. Whoa, that was a lot of steps. Yeah. Thank you for catching up with me, ref. You can see the extra steps coming here in the corner. Man, we got to catch our replay. Just a little bit slow there. Another little step not called. 2 steps not called. For my money, that was a little bit of a extra walk there, Reidenbacher. But hey, it counts. Off of the screen is Powell. And that was pure. Now with 40 seconds left. Now the Pioneers with 36 on the clock. Coach Marion goes to his bench. Number 0 comes in, Christian. Antonio Christian now has it on the wing, looking down low. Freisedler trying to post up Silkworth. Now he brings him out. No, great looking move. But Silkworth on the block. They're going to call a body on that. Let's see if we catch that replay. Yeah, you see a little bit of contact there coming over the top. So Freisteller go to the line, shooting 2 shots. $20 seconds remaining on the clock. You see Coach Hamilton working the officials over there, trying to let them know. And the ball didn't lie. Both shots are off. There is going to be a foul there on number 3 for the Eagles. We got his hand in the cookie jar. And Alex Brabeck will send number 22 to the foul line. That's Struess. And Strauss hits the first one. Put that lead up to 6. And Strauss missed the second one. He'll follow his shot up. Pioneers will work it over to Powell. Powell missed the tray. 10 seconds remaining. The Eagles do have time. Bringing it up court. Nice crossover. And Freistetler come out, and he will get a foul on Ben Solomon on the hard drive. That'd be Freistetler's first. I had him down already for one. And the nifty lefty drops it in. Solomon, a 5'10 junior. A lot of good size on this Eagles squad, and that will do it. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. You know, going back to kind of reviewing what we saw there, it was a lot of bad offense. Both teams were drilling themselves out. The Eagles, with a new head coach, really didn't get the ball moving inside and out. They were really relying on the transition, but the Pioneers are playing good defense, really getting back. And the Pioneers, on that second half of that first quarter, they really turned it up. They started to get going in their groove. Powell hit a couple threes, as well as Freistetler. And he was really the one who got the Pioneers going for Coach Marion. As we begin the second period here, Pioneers with the 4-point lead. And Pioneers are going to, it's going to be on the Eagles. That was going to be on 25. Roebuck. Oh, look at the length. Going way up. Silkworth again on a turnover. Going in strong, but Sopa on the finish, cleaning up that work, that turnover by Christian on the transition. Missed layup. Again, the Pioneers looking a little bit faster to the ball right now. Eagles not moving the ball around too much. There's a shot on the outside. Now pushing it back up is Sopa. He'll get the pick and roll from Matinda. Oh, and that pass was right in between both Matinda and, what was that, number 3, Powell. As Sopa caught him off guard, that nobody found that ball home. So 1 minute expired here in the second. Running the offense, coming around is Barbeck. Getting it inside to Silkworth. Good backdoor cut. And the foul and one by Rodemacher. Jake Rodemacher on the drive. Good kick there. And finish by Rodemacher. I think they called that one a Strauss. Brown a little bit too aggressive on the rebound there. Gets called for the foul. Again, you can see the offense flowing a little bit more freely for the Pioneers. Matinda a comeback, and that looks like on Brown. That's going to be the third on Brown. His aggressiveness probably going to send him to the Oak for the remaining of this second quarter. Matinda off on the shot. Fix that score for everybody. Now Matinda puts another one in for the Pioneers. Eagles have to find somebody in the groove right now. And there, again, the Pioneers active on the defensive end. Antonio Christian getting his hands in the passing lane. Just making it just a clogged afternoon or evening here for the Eagles. And Coach Lamar, see him standing up in the background there. Really trying to get the ball movement going for the Eagles. There you go. Good drop inside. Silkworth will get one and the bucket. I believe that one's going to be on number 3 for the Pioneers. Well, they call that on Brandon Rink, who's on the JV roster. I thought that was Miles Powell. That's who I'm going to give it to. Now Matinda on the box. Drop step up and under. Not buying it. Silkworth sends that one back. Now we're up court. Let's see if the Eagles can string a couple together. Finding his footed. And another just bad pass there from Silkworth. Sopa now up top, looking over. Pioneers, now they're getting a little sloppy with their passing. The 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. A little extra step not called. That ball was long off the shot. Long rebound to the Eagles, pushing it up hard. And that's what you need. Second three-pointer for Pete Robeck. A good transition 3 for the Eagles as well. And getting it inside was Christian again. Now we've got a close game. Up and under. Good shot there. Right back down. And watch this. Off the transition, Matinda could not catch up with the ball. Good idea there for the Pioneers. And doesn't that always happen? Why you do that, Coach Marion? Gonna take out Sopa after the ball gets turned over. Now the Eagles with their first lead of the night at 17-16. 3:59 on the clock. Going to get triggered by Roebuck. He'll go way in the back. Powell playing aggressive defense there on Rodemaker, and he taps the ball out of the bounce. I always say that inbounds, that 5 seconds, that's where you can put a lot of pressure and get turnovers, easy turnover. Now you got Pioneers bringing their defense up 100%. Man, no, it looks like a zone. And the Eagles taking their time as they break it. Good shot there, like the aggressive play by Solomon. He has a good-looking shot. Now the Pioneers will bring it up. Freisteller will set it over to Christian. Christian will look and go away from the screen. And Powell, really a spot-up shooter, not a driver with the ball on the ground. They'll get the ball around the perimeter. Pioneers now have been a little bit patient with it. Yeah, quick rebound and push for the Eagles. And is this a three? Almost a third three for Robeck. Great drop. Matinda just missed everything. Now he'll go back and finish. So Matinda will give the Pioneers the lead again. Another three. I like the shot because those are some good-looking shots coming off of Robeck. Another three, just a little bit short, but the Eagles are doing a good job of hustling for those rebounds. Coach Marion, that ball will go over the back of the basket. There's a guy at the scorer's table, and Silkworth will come back in, and it looks like he'll replace Solomon. 2:36 on the clock, 18-17. Pioneers with the 1-point lead. Been pumping the ball down low to Matinda, and he's being aggressive with it. Look at that, nice footwork. Freistetler with the putback. I think both of those shots were rushed a little for the Pioneers. Eagles setting a high screen and roll. Robeck kicks it out. And Silkworth trying to get inside. It'll be a turnover by Silkworth again. About his third one, I believe. And Powell goes into the chest, and you can see how he dumps his chest right into the defender, walks right over him, and he will pick up the offensive foul. That will be Powell's first third team foul. Neither team is in any kind of foul trouble. And surprising with all of the aggressive defense. Eagles trying to set up a cross-court tray. Roebuck with a slick pass inside. Matinda will be fouled. And they're going to get, is that number 2? Condi? Oh, they're going to get Sopa. Wow, didn't see that. That's going to be his first. And the Eagles are going to call a timeout. So it's been a hot contest, back and forth. It was a lot of the Eagles really fighting in this second quarter to really get this game down to a 1-point contest, what we see right now. And it's been aggressive defense, some timely trays for the Eagles, and for the Pioneers are really just, rushing their offense. They're finding their big guy down low, Matinda, and they still have Freistetler, who has been inside and out. But if they take their time on some of their offensive possessions, they were probably more successful. So now the Eagles will trigger it with 1:24 remaining here in the second. And that's going to be a quick 5-second call. Not getting the ball inbounds, and that'll be a turnover on the Eagles. And Rodemaker, Coach Marion has a question about the call. Still going to be a turnover. And it looks like that was a foul. Did not catch the number. Oh, Sopa just dragged his foot. It didn't do anything. Again, Freistetler rushing the shot. Matinda rushing the shot. Now with 1:08 on the clock. Eagles with a great look. That ball's going to be a little long. Freistetler with the rebound as he takes it up to Sopa. Sopa, you saw that drop coming. No call there on Silkworth. A lot of ball. Eagles now with it. Under 50 seconds here in the second half. Big backdoor cut. Freistetler made that one a little difficult. You see that right there. We missed Sopa on the shot. Now the Eagles pushing it up behind the back. Sopa with a man up front. He'll keep it on the push. Freistetler will go in. And that's going to be a charge. Stepping up and getting into the lane, Jake Rodemaker. And Freistetler pick up his second. 22 seconds on the clock. And now we come down to the final seconds. Got to believe the Eagles are looking for a tray. There's a backdoor cut, 5 seconds on the clock. Silkworth looks up at the clock, takes a shot, in and out, and that will do it for our first half of action here at the Eagles Nest. We'll take a break of listening to me run my mouth, and we'll be back with the second half action here on Sports Production Services Network.
Sports Production Services Network, who are broadcasting tonight's game.
And welcome back to our second half of action here at the Eagles' Nest between the Pioneers and the Eagles. Close game here, as you can see, just a 1-point game. And, you know, these teams have gone overtime. 2 out of the last 4 times they've played against each other. So it's not surprising with this tight game. And the Eagles will, Al-Khadi will trigger it. That's back to Rodemaker. Rodemaker looking for Silkworth. Silkworth was aggressive in the first half. Just needs to calm it down just a step. There's a pass inside. Banged over the top. Solomon with a good look. Now Matinda, again, rushing the shot. That allowed Silkworth to get back in for the block. That was Silkworth on a shot that didn't touch anything. I think that's about his third air ball of the night. A little handsy defense by the Eagles, not called. Sopa now, he'll knock down another tray. Actually, that'll be his first tray on the evening. Oh, tight pocket pass coming inside. Solomon looking for Al-Khadi on the cut. So tough beginning here for the Eagles. Pioneers running some backdoor cuts off the screens. Matinda is sitting the screen for everybody. He's giving away screens like Oprah. There's Sopa. Good on the missed shot. Silkworth gets up, taps it over to Rodemaker. Now up top with it is Solomon. Not a lot of movement that you see from the Pioneers out of this young team from Coach Lamar. You know, going inside, good block there, but still finishing it is going to be number 5, Collis, for the Eagles. And driving strong inside, it's going to be number 2. And that is Condi, it looks like. Al-Khadi on the strong drive. Manning the paint is Freistetler, though. He's just got his hands up, forcing people to kick it outside. And they're going to call a push in the back. Didn't see that. And that's going to be on number 0. Rodemaker, and looks like there's going to be a timeout for Coach Marion. And, you know, right now, it's been a good start for the Pioneers. You know, it doesn't showing a lot on the scoreboard, but their overall body language as well as their activity has really picked up. And now the Pioneers will trigger it. A little bit of pressure by Solomon on Sopa. Very light pressure. The Pioneers bring it up. Good backdoor cut. Shot again, rushed by Condi. Now the Eagles will bring it back up. See if they can get some flow in their offense. Here's another backdoor cut. Alcati with a great shot. Good look there by Silkworth. He's been trying to do that all night long. And ball will go out and stay the possession to the Pioneers. Looking inside Sopa. Got it close to another 5-second call. You're calling out the screen. You can hear that. And Powell on the catch and shoot. A little long. Great rebound there, Silkworth. The guy that can take it up court after corralling a rebound or two. And Silkworth is hearing it from the Pioneer student section. Alcati drives it strong. He'll finish. Bucket's going to count. Looks like that was going to be on number 5. One of these days when we get one of you watchers out there come in here and help out on our broadcast and put a person behind the replay button. Because they keep missing these replays. That's going to be a foul out on top by number 22 for the Pioneers. And this game, 24-23. Scoreboards just back and forth. Good backdoor cut by Silkworth. Caught everybody sleeping. And Coach Marion is getting hot. He's asking his team to not talk and sit. That's what a coach, after giving up some turnover as well as some easy bucket and not converting, it's going to catch the ire of a lot of coaches. Gotta love the in-game announcer here, Nate, giving us a lot of props on the microphone, letting folks know they can watch a rebroadcast of this game as well as other sports production services network action throughout the week. Just check us out on our YouTube channel as well as following us on our Instagram to see when we have a local broadcast coming in your neck of the woods. 3:49 remaining on the game clock in the third quarter. Pioneers come out. Sopa. Strauss is going to trigger it. Freistetler down low. Conti and Powell. You can already see a little pep in the step from the Pioneers after that timeout. Everything's getting a little sloppy. Going inside and going over the top. And I think that'll be foul number 2 on Silkworth. Got to move his body and get around on that. Oh, missed the pass inside to Strauss on the backdoor cut. Conti goes in, and that was a nice drive. You see him just break his man down and then finish strong by keeping his body in between the offensive man and the rim. Now the Eagles, a deep tray. Great box out by Sopa. Powell now with it. And I like Freisteller right here, inside. Good shot, a little long. Powell now with it. And Powell will finish. And that timeout really worked for the Pioneers as they take the lead now. Jump stop, great look. Rodemaker finds Silkworth on the no look. Missed that last shot. I said I need another person up here. Help me out with this broadcast. Now the Pioneers with a 1-point lead. Going inside strong with the offhand. Like that shot. Solomon on the left-hand finish. Freisteller with the jab step. And you're feeling good when you can do that. Nice little quick little jab step and finish. Now the Eagles, these two teams like a boxing match. Silkworth with the step back. A little long as Sopa brings it over half court. Just over a minute remaining. Freisteller, again, little jab step to get his man Silkworth backing up. Didn't finish with the left hand, but went with a strong hand. Another pull-up from the Eagles, a little short. Sopa now slows things down, sees an opening. Powell with it, strong spin. And look at Strauss. And now the size of the Pioneers really taking over. Final 20 seconds in the third. Solomon, strong drive. Looks like they're going to catch Sopa with a hip check. Yeah, we caught that a little late, but yeah, Sopa would be the one on the foul. Believe that'll be his second. Eagles still not in a bonus. Kicking around, Strauss almost with the steal. Oh, jump back shot. Nice shot there. And that will do it for our third period with the Pioneers up by Trey, 35-32. You know, welcome back to Sports Production Services Network. I guess I need to learn how to talk with a little bit of an echo in my ear because when I'm talking, I'm hearing myself just a half second late. Well, this should be an exciting fourth quarter. Both teams have been trading blows back and forth And we've mentioned this before in the broadcast. Several times these teams have gone into OT. The Pioneers begin the fourth quarter. Sopa with it. Over to Christian and Condi. Freistetler was really the man in that third period. Strauss had a lot of room. Got to give that big man the ball. Freistetler calls for the pick. He's got a smaller guy on him. There's Strauss getting the ball inside. Good pass by Christensen and Powell. Strauss, number 22 with the finish. Pioneers defense, it was answered there by Sopa on the steal. And Strauss, Hezzy, couldn't finish though. Back up court comes the Eagles. And on the up and under and the finish. Nakash Boggett. Haven't said his name tonight, but that was a great shot up and under on the break. Just what the Eagles needed as the Pioneers were trying to stretch out that little lead. And he'll finish that conventional three-point play. Now the Pioneers working it around. Freistetler has been aggressive. Had a shorter man, goes up. And over the top, Strauss did not feel he was the last person to touch that ball. You can see right there, it did kind of look like went off the Eagles player there. But that's not the way the officials saw it. So back up court comes the Eagles. Solomon now breaks his man down. That long left hand, just a little short though. Freistetler with the bound. He'll get it up court now. Round to Conti. Conti drives strong inside. Maybe press the action just a tad bit. And tossing that rebound away was Baggett. He saw his open man, but his open man was running up court. So the Pioneers now with 6:17 on the clock here in the fourth period. Freistetler posting up inside, could not get the ball inside to him. Now you got two big men on the same side of the court. Strauss now with it on the outside. Freistetler needs to get back in the paint. He's been very good there. Oh, what a backdoor pass by Christian to Strauss. Pioneers go up by 4. Deep tray off by Robick. And Powell brings it across the half-court line. 5:30 on the clock. Conti waiting. Now breaking his man down. A little bit of check. I want to say forechecking almost going on by Solomon. Freistetler, we've seen this move before. Up and under and the bucket. And that'll lead to the timeout by the Eagles. See Freistetler there going up and under. And Coach Lamar Hamilton, John Lamar Hamilton, in there with the clipboard, trying to draw up something on the offense end for these Eagles. Not sure about this playlist. Dance from the 70s? Maybe some grandparents like that music. The Pioneers Been playing strong basketball here in this fourth period, trying to keep their 3-0 record perfect. Leading here by 6. Offense is getting tough for the Eagles. Turnover there. Freisedler got to step out. He'll hit that. Powell with the rebound. It looks like a jump ball, and that's going to be possession to the Eagles. Good strong rebound there for the Eagles. And that's the type of hustle that Coach Hamilton likes to see out of this young group. Now bringing it up court, Rodmaker. Being shadowed there, Christian hard. Look at Condi, not giving an inch. Pioneers really extending their defense. Inside with a good move up and under. Now the Pioneers back with it. Freistetler with the foul and the finish. You see the backdoor cut. Great pass there by Christensen again. Freistetler putting it high off the glass. And he'll be at the line to see if he can get the conventional three-point play. Nice stroke on that big guy. So now we got a 7-point game. Pioneers extending their lead, really making it happen on the defense end. You can see how they're extended out. And turnovers have really been a bugaboo for the Eagles. Whoa, what a backdoor spin there by Silkworth. He catches the pass, and he comes in with the backdoor, with a back drop step. Now the Pioneers find Freistetler for the three. Silkworth might have taken an extra one. Whoa, was that an extra step or was that a block? Yeah, it was a lot of contact. So I can see where the official would call that. Still not in the bonus. I'm going to go ahead and leave that scoreboard up there for you now. 3:22 on the clock as the Eagles trigger it. Christian, hard defense, but better drive for the Eagles. Solomon. Condi now. He'll take a long stride, catches his own miss shot. Christian now gets bodied up. Looks like that'll be a foul on number 25. Roebuck, his second. No problem for the Eagles. They might have to start making fouls just so they can get, possessions over, and there'll be a quick 30-second timeout by Coach Marion. These are one of those timeouts coaches are called, let's not make a mistake timeout. Leading, move the ball around, make sure that every time you're throwing the ball to somebody, somebody's open. The clock is your friend, and don't rush. And you look over here at the Eagles, a lot of body language. It just isn't energized on that side. Been a tough week for the Eagles. A couple days ago, playing the Saline Hornets, losing by 10. And then facing their crosstown rival for their home opener for their conference play. 2:57 on the game clock as the Pioneers Strauss trigger it over to Christian. Didn't like all the hand checking. He goes right around Rodemaker. Strong screen and roll there by Strauss. Pioneers happy to keep the ball up top. Working it around the perimeter. Condi push it inside. But again, the Pioneers are happy with just keeping it on the outside until that shot there by Antonio Christensen. Now the Eagles now, quick three-pointer. That's off. Brown is blocked by Freisettler. They'll work it around the perimeter. And again, this pass was just a little too low here. Coming inside for Rodemaker, right between the legs of Silkworth. So we'll get a timeout. Fix our scoreboard. 8-point game. Eagles are really going to have to dig deep here for this final 2:07 if they're going to get back into this game. And they've shown that they have the resiliency and the wherewithal to do that. Again, I'm firing the DJ. They're bringing up music that a lot of parents can't dance to. Yeah, it's got to be somebody over there. It's not my man Nick at the table. But somebody needs to step on that playlist. It's ugly. And after the timeout, the Pioneers will trigger it. Full court. Strauss is looking like he's looking back for somebody to come help him. Sopa and Christian in the backcourt. Sopa will take it up. 2:05 on the clock. Some token pressure, a little diamond pressure. A little reaching in and calls the turnover. Way to look up court. Foul there. I think that's going to be on Sopa. But good job of the defense putting on pressure and causing the turnover. Just what the Eagles needed. And Sapa will be called for his fourth. Oochie Waliwai. And Brown will make that first shot. Sinks the second. Now we're down to a two-possession game. Again, that diamond pressure from the Eagles. Pioneers working clock right now, 1:40 on the clock. Getting inside is Powell. His shot's off the side of the backboard, and that one's going to roll out of bounds. See the missed shot and out on Freisettler, I believe. Now the Eagles bring it back up, only trailing by 6 now. Don't need to rush. Just need to really get a good shot up. In the corners, Brown going right around Freisettler. Silkworth with a good put in. And that's exactly what the Eagles needed. Hung in the air, and for my money, I think that might have been a foul as well. Now inside, Freisettler go with the reverse. And another Christensen pocket pass on that reverse. Deep three is going to be off. Sopa gets that rebound. And now the Pioneers under 40 seconds on the clock. The Eagles need to be fouling. There we go. They were just letting the Pioneers work the clock, and they're not even in the bonus. So now Coach Hamilton's team is really going to have to foul. Man up and foul whoever has the ball first. Foul. Sopa goes right around it. You guys got a foul. 25 on the clock. No foul. What is going on? And finally, Akati with a foul with 19 on the clock. And that foul is still not going to put the Pioneers in the bonus. Learning opportunity for this young Eagles team for sure. Going to be a timeout by the Eagles, and that's going to be a full timeout. Yeah, as I was saying, the learning lessons early in the season are kind of like a scrimmage. These games, you can lose all the way until you get to February. When you hit February, you got to be playing some of your best basketball. And to be matched up against a team that's playing really good basketball as the Pioneers are right now, that's not too bad for a young team that Coach Hamilton has. You want to challenge your guys if you're Coach Hamilton, and he has a lot of film to share with this team because they came back in that second quarter, had the lead in the third period, but then the size and the poise skill set of the Pioneers really took over in the latter part of the third as well as this early part of this fourth. Freisedler and Strauss really gave the business to the Eagles here. Almost a 5-second call, and there's good defense there by the Eagles. See, those are those little victories that Coach Hamilton can build off of. Those 5-second calls lead to turnover. And burning a timeout and putting pressure now back onto the Pioneers. That's exactly what that 5-second, defensive stop creates in the minds of the Pioneers. So good victory, small victory for the Eagles. Well, at least now we're in the 2020s with the music. Eagle fans that are still stuck around. Really, it's just a 2-possession game, but the clock management by the Eagles defense has not been strong. Look at this right now. They can't even get a foul on Sopa. Alcadi will pick up the foul. And finally, in the bonus are the Pioneers. And going to the line for 1-1 is Nelson Sopa. Only 14 seconds on the clock. Long tray in the corner, little deep, put back off, and still can't put it in. And why not a little bit of extra action at the end of a crosstown rivalry? Alcadi will pick up another foul. His fourth as Strauss will go to the line. Pioneers will go to 4-0 on their season. Not sure if they have Howell coming up next. I think that was on their schedule. Yeah, it looks like Howell on the 19th. Strauss will put in that last one, and that will do it. 54-45 will be our final.
Skyline boys basketball will be back home on December 2nd. Freshmen will play against the Insulated Grid.
Oh, both teams played early, good, but Pioneer played good longer. And once they finally set into their rhythm, the Pioneers were feeding the ball down low. Freisettler as well as Strauss were just too much for this Eagles squad. It just doesn't have the height as well as the skill set at this early junction of the season to keep up with the 4-0 Pioneers. So for my cameraman, Cameron White, who did an awesome job tonight, want to thank him coming out here in this cold and handling the camera work by himself. Until we see you again on SPSN, I'm Kevin Bryant. Peace.